G'day, I'm Devaji, Sheshnag Yoga Center. What on earth is Kundalini? Sheshnag.com. This video is about the Purusharthas. Bit of Indian philosophy, Yogic philosophy, talks about the 4 stages of life. All depends how long you live as to how long it goes for. Basically it's attuned to being over a standard life period, maybe 80 or 100 years. 100 might be ambitious, you're better off aiming for 20 years per quarter. First Purushartha is called Atta. It means the period, or defines the period where, say, as a child you're born into a conscious family, or a family that's aware of the spiritual dimension and the fact that you chose that family for your own karma. Your tendencies get appreciated in that first quarter of your life, maybe the first 5 years, maybe over the 10-year period, and then you're guided into an education which is aligned with your tendencies and your own karmic situation. So then you become educated in a realm that is perfectly, or in an attempt to be aligned with your own resonance and your own vibration. The next 20 years, karma. Not karma as in what comes back on you. Karma as in the Kama Sutra, spelt K-A-M-A, means love, can be interpreted as love anyway. Kama Sutra being the threads of love, not the sexual positions, because love's the underlying experience of the sexual positions, the unity of the souls, the unity within. So we're talking about an expression of unity. It can happen in a marriage where you come together and form a family. Karma. So then that 20 years, from 20 to 40, you're in a coupling with another person. In that coupling you may have a family. In that coupling you develop a household. You follow through on the domestic experience and the roles that you play within that coupling. When you reach the age of 40, you've worked 20 years of your life, both in the domestic environment and in the industrial world where it's insane, but you work most of your life with debts and paying off things and trying to utilize the world of finances to establish an equilibrium within your own life. Hopefully during that period you come to understand your real purpose in life. You get some idea of your Dharma being thrown around loosely a little bit. It's to do with the sankalpa, to do with contract, why you came here, what your purpose on this planet is, the whole reason you incarnated above all other reasons. Maybe there's subsections, but there's one main thing. Hopefully between the time that you live, if your contract lives long enough on your earthly existence and incarnation, from the time you're 40 to the time you're 60, you're allowed to express your Dharma, because you have an understanding and appreciation of it, the purpose you came here for. So aligning yourself with that, whatever it is, you share that with the younger generations. You may express it to the older generations. That's the fourth period. That's the third period of the fourth. So there's 20 years for each one. You've got Atta, Karma, Dharma, and the fourth one is Moksha. At the age of 60, traditionally, they turn their back on most of their obligations, aimed for an experience of Moksha, which means liberation, the experience that happens prior to or during the experience of Samadhi. And I'm not talking pleasure Samadhi, I'm talking realization Samadhi, when you land and have a direct experience of the blissful dimension of life, in the sense that the substratum of all existence is pure bliss. And I'm talking about going into that experience, being absorbed in it, and that absorption is the experience of samadhi. Moksha is also known as mumukshuttva, liberation of the soul. So for the last 20 years of the life incarnate on this planet, you've been able to align yourself with your karma. You've been able to express love in the domestic and societal sense. Then you align yourself with your own purpose, live some of that purpose out, and then aim for the goal of human incarnation, which is liberation. Good luck. In our culture, I don't even know if we talk about purpose. We sort of get stuck in the second one, karma. We experience pleasure. And in our hypersexualized culture, we see sex as love. There's a lot of heartfelt people out there, don't get me wrong. We sort of miss the purpose option. We almost miss 50% of the old teachings and philosophies based on the Vedic writings. We don't know much about liberation either. But they're the 4 stages according to the Yogic Philosophy. Hopefully, if you got a chance, maybe you can realise that, or it's a natural progression if you're on the spiritual path. Peace from down under, sheshnag.com. What on earth is Kundalini? Om Devaji signing off. Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Mahadev.